What's up, kiddos, and welcome back to another Drawing with Trowbro. And today we're going to be learning how to make a ojo de Dios. That's Spanish for a God's eye. It's 2 sticks with some yarn woven around it. Now, fun fact, I actually have made the world's largest God's eye. It's in my classroom right here, and I have the Guinness Book of World Records, so you can go to their website and see my 5th grade class that made it a couple years back. But it's really cool. It's just 2 sticks and yarn woven around it, and it looks like this really cool pattern. I think you're going to enjoy it, so let's go ahead and get started. All right, so here I have a little God's eye, ojo de Dios. I'm going to call it God's eye from now on, though. And this is what it looks like. It's finished. And I use popsicle sticks for this one, but you do not have to use popsicle sticks. You can use any sticks. You go out and find some sticks on, the ground, and I just put some glue on it. I use just normal Elmer's glue. You can use wood glue, have your parents help you, but I think it's super easy to use popsicle sticks, and you can tell your parents to go eat some popsicles, and you can have fun eating the popsicles and then using the sticks and recycling when you're done. So I have gotten a couple colors of yarn. I've got purple, white, and green, and those are going to be the colors of my God's eye for this one. You can pick as many colors you want. Sometimes they have really fun yarn that has like a bunch of different colors in one, and you can just use one the entire time, but I like to kind of mix it up and get different colors. So I'm going to start by getting an arm's length of yarn, and then I'm going to cut it off. You need some scissors. If you need to have your parents help you, you can. So then I'm going to take this, and this is kind of like tying your shoes. I put it right here, make it it's like an X, and then I got the string on the left and on the right. And so then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cross them. Makes like another X right up here. And I'm going to take this end, and I'm going to stick it through, just like when you're tying your shoes. Put it through, and then you just pull it. Now that's not a really good knot, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it again. I'm going to cross them. I'm going to kind of turn this, okay? Cross it again, cross it, and then take the short end and stick it through the bottom, a little hole at the bottom, and then pull it, and then you have a nice little knot. Now I don't want this to get in my way, so I'm going to trim the short one. You don't want to cut the long one. All right, there we go. So now I have my cross, little wooden plus, and then I got my string, and I have it hanging down. So there's the knot, and it's hanging down. It looks like a little minus sign. So I'm going to hold it on the bottom left right here. I'm going to take this string, I'm going to hold it, and I'm going to go to the top right there, and I'm going to drop it and let go. Okay? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it one time. So instead of holding here, I'm going to go to this one, and I'm going to turn it. So now the string is on the right side right there. Now I do the same thing. I'm going to grab it, pull it towards me, and then go to the top. And then let go. And then you turn it. One more time. Turn it. Now the string's on the right side. Hold it, and the string should be on the bottom. Pull it towards you, and then go over the top. So the string's on the top. Then you turn it one time. String's on the right now. Take it from the bottom, go to the top, and then turn it. Now, sometimes you might fuddle, or, oh no, I dropped it, and then you pick it up, and you're like, oh no, where was I? Well, let's make sure that the knot is on the bottom, and then I'm going to, make sure that the string is on the right side, and then I know it's time to go to the top. So you go to the top, and you turn it. Go to the top, then turn it one time. So that's why I always am holding it on the bottom left. Make sure the string is hanging on the right. Go to the top, okay? And then I go to this one on the opposite end so that I know I go here, turn. Go over, turn. Go over, turn. Go over it, turn. You can kind of see it starting to make that little like plus pattern. Over and turn. Go over and turn. Go over and turn. Go over and turn. Now I'm starting to run out of string. So I'm not going to go to the very, very end because I got to tie a knot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my next color. So I'm going to get some white, get some arm's length of white. Now the easiest way to tie this, all right, is I feel like you take both of them, put them together. So it's kind of like one string. Put my green and white together, and then I cross them. All right, you see how I just cross them, and then I'm going to take both of those ends and stick them through that hole and then pull it. Probably the easiest way to tie the 2 strings together, okay? So I'm gonna trim this up because I don't want all these like extra hanging ones, so I'm gonna trim it. Don't trim it super close or the knot will come undone, but then I got a nice knot. So now you remember, oh, this is all messed up, so I'm gonna kinda like pull it so it doesn't look all crazy. Make sure the string is hanging on the right side, on that side. If it's hanging down, then I know it's time to grab it and go to the top. And then I turn it. Hanging on the right, over, turn, over. And it's a simple pattern. Once you get the hang of it, now I'm going to try to see if I can get this knot. Might tie it a little bit more. If you can get the knot like kind of behind the popsicle sticks, that's the best. Sometimes you can't. Sometimes it's kind of right there, but just make sure it's kind of going down, and we can hide it later. Okay? So, strings on the right, and I go to the top. Turn it, go to the top. Now notice how I'm always kind of going out farther and farther. You're not trying to cross the middle of it. It's always kind of like on the outside edge. I'm always getting wider and wider. So it's on the right, I go over. See how it makes like kind of like that plus or that square, that box pattern? I keep going out farther and farther. Turn, over. So hanging on the right, go over the top. Turn it, go over to the top. Turn it, go over the top. Turn it, go over the top. Sometimes kids get really fast and they like it takes like 2 seconds to make it, and they get really good. Like they hold it kind of in the middle and they just go over the top, turn, go to the top. All right, but I'm about to run out of strings, so let's go ahead and switch to purple. Get an arm's length purple. And you guys remember how I tied this last time? What I do is I put both of the strings together to make one long one, okay? And then I cross them, okay? Kind of just like make like that loop, and then I take those ends and stick them through that loop. You got to make sure that you get both of them. Sometimes I've seen kids like lick their fingers, and so they're like, because I know that it gets really frayed, and it's kind of hard to get them to go in the hole, so they lick it to make them a little bit pointier. All right, trim it. All right. Okay, so where was I? Let's make sure that the string is hanging on the right side, going down, then over, turn, over. Simple pattern. Once you get good at it, it takes like maybe, I don't know, 2 minutes to make a God's eye, because you can go so fast. But make sure you're taking your time until you get the pattern down. So just make sure it's hanging on the right, go to the top, turn, go to the top, turn, go to the top. So once you get good, kind of hold it in the middle. It kind of spins, so make sure it's on the right, go to the top, turn, see if I can get this knot, kind of go over it. See, I don't want to do that. I always want to make sure it's on the right side. So go to the top, turn, adding some sound effects. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get that knot. Oh well, maybe you just see the knot. C'est la vie. That means such is life. That's just life for you, you know? You try to do something, it doesn't work out. See how fast I'm going? But I'm always kind of going from the side to the top. Now, let's go back to green. I like purple and green. They're good colors together. It reminds me of the Joker. Alright, same tying pattern. Put the strings together, loop them, then take the ends and stick them through the hole and pull them together. Together. I have my string together. Let's cut off the excess. All right, make sure the string's hanging on the right side. Now notice it's getting further and further, but still hanging on the right. And goes to the top. Turn, goes to the top. Goes to the top. Ooh, look, I get the knot behind it that time. Yay. Going on the outside edge. Remember, you don't want this. That doesn't look nice. You want that nice square diamond pattern. I think I might be able to get maybe one more color. I'm kind of starting to run out of popsicle sticks, so probably white. Yeah, let's do white. Okay, another arm's length of yarn. Put them together. Cross them. Push them. And
bada bing. Oops. Cut. There we go. All right. So, hanging on the right side, go to the top, turn, go to the top, top. See, as it gets farther, it takes like way more strain, you know? Like in here, it only takes like a centimeter, you know, like half an inch. So, as you get farther to the edge, then your string goes a lot faster. See, look, I'm almost out of string already. We want to do purple. You think we can get a little bit more purple? It's like I feel like I think it would look good. It'd be close. Do I want purple? Yeah, let's do purple. Purple's my favorite color. I'm going for it. Let's do it. Take them, put them together, loop them, put both those little ends through the hole, pull it, make sure it's tight, trim. Get rid of my little bitty flyaways, and make sure that your yarn is hanging on the right side, and go to the top. Go to the top. Ooh, get the knot behind. Oh yeah. That was probably a good choice. White tends to get like really dirty too, so especially if you're playing with it. These are really great for the car. You can hang it from your parents' rear view mirror. And what I like to do towards the end is I like to find the stick that's the longest. I think it's good. You don't want to see the white right there, though. That's weird. It still looks good. There we go. So, when I'm done, what I do is I take my finger, put on the stick, and wrap the yarn around it one time. Okay? So I wrap it around, but then I take my finger out, so it makes a little loop right there. So I take my yarn, I stick it through, then I'm still holding the string down, and I just pull it. Kind of makes a knot. So, I do this a couple times. So I put my thumb right there, hold it down in the back to make a loop. All right, see that little loop right there? And I just take the end and I stick it through the loop, and then I pull it and make sure that it makes a little knot. I just do that a few times, like 3 times. Now these aren't toys. If I just start spinning this around and stuff, it's going to come undone. But if you just use it as a decoration and hang it up, it makes great Christmas ornaments. It makes great decorations on your wall. Like I said, you can hang them from your car. But that is how you make a God's eye. Ojo de Dios. Muy bien.
Well, kiddos, I hope you had fun making the God's eye. Now, my God's eye is pretty big, but you probably could make a bigger one if you tried. Maybe get your parents' help or something. But even making small ones is really fun. So make sure you stay tuned to my channel, and I'll see you next time on Drawing with Trowbro.